Hello, tchotchkes. Welcome back to another episode of the Cha Cha Beat. What are we going to talk about today? What are we going to talk about today? Well, to be honest with you, tchotchkes, I don't know. I don't really have any thoughts. All of my thoughts are currently, not all of my thoughts, all of my brain power, all of my synapses are currently being otherwise distracted or diverted to the muscle contractions that are happening in my ovaries. I was about to say stomach is not my stomach. Then I was going to say uterus, but it's not my uterus. It's the uterine lining. Ooh, TMI, TMI. But you know what? Tchotchkes, that's not TMI. Sorry, but it's not. I think it's time that we normalize talking about our cycles, women's cycles, because I think it's kind of weird that we don't. I mean, honestly, it is TMI. I'm totally grossed out and embarrassed to be sharing this information with you. You don't want to know that I have my period. That's not interesting or sexy or alluring or relaxing or I don't know, any other reason, entertaining, any other reason that you would come to listen to a podcast. You don't really want to hear that, but let's think about it for a second. Not think about my period, but let's think about the concept of why we don't talk about it in society. And even me talking about it now, I'm ooh, it's yucky. Ooh, it's taboo. Ooh, I don't want to share this information. Ooh. But why is it yucky? Why is it taboo? I mean, honestly, this is something that not only I go through, but every woman for the most part, unless for some medical reason, there's always going to be outliers to whatever generalization we can say. So spare me the smart aleck comments of, oh, it's not every woman, blah, blah, blah. For this conversation, we're just going to say, in general, every woman from the age of, let's say, 11, 10, 12, 11, 13, through the age of 60 to 65 when there's menopause, and that's a whole other thing that I have not yet dabbled in knowledge on. But from my general knowledge, I know that after the age of 65, you no longer get your period, and it's a whole other thing. So we're talking about 50 years of a woman's life for 1 week every single month. Let's do that math. I got a calculator here. And by calculator, I mean my phone. So let's say 50 times 12 times a year for 50 years, 600 periods throughout a woman's life. And then let's say each period lasts for about, let's say 6 days is maybe an average, times 6 equals 3,600 days of a woman's life. She's going through this process, and it's pretty much just something we ignore. So 3,600 divided by 365, that comes out to that's 9.863. And then, several more numbers, but we'll cut it off at 9.863. We'll round up to 9.9, which is essentially 10 years worth of my life, a whole decade worth of my life has been labeled as taboo to talk about. And we pretty much just ignore that it's going on. Women are expected to just keep the hustle, keep going, forget that your insides are just contracting against itself. Muscle spasms, just whatever. Just keep going. And a lot of this is women's fault. Just eating my microphone. A lot of this is women's fault because, the whole feminism thing and, we're equal rights to men and we want to work and all this shit. I mean, who were these women that thought this was a good idea for I mean, it's not that it's bad that women are working, that women want to work, but to be expected to work at a consistent level every single day, day in, day out, week in, week out, as if we're not having this major hormonal shift happen in our bodies that at some points, yes, it does give us like superpower of like all the energy and the, in the middle of our cycles when we're ovulating and we are the most fertile. They say that women, our faces become more symmetrical, our bodies become a little more fuller, our natural scent that we give off, the pheromones that we create are a little bit sweeter. So, yes, there are upsides to the cycle. Men are pretty much just like flatlined in their attractiveness, but women, like, we have points where we are just like, you know, definitely killing it more than others. Our skin is glowing, our hair is poofier, but like there's this whole other side to it where our energy is depleting. Our brains are like going through sludge or fog. Our muscles are exhausted, exerted. We're losing vital fluids out of our bodies like consistently for like 5, 6, 7 days in a row, where, like iron deficiency and other vital vitamins. Say that 10 times fast. Vital vitamins, vital vitamins, vital vitamins, vital vitamins, vital vitamins. Yes, this is why you're tuning in. This is hard-hitting journalism right here. Vital vitamins. Anyway. See, you can see how like little a little brain dead. And here at the Cha Cha Bee, we are not afraid of reality. We are not afraid of saying the awkward thing out loud. We are not afraid of what you think of me. Do you think less of me, tchotchkes, because I have my period right now? I mean, to be honest with you, I'm actually really happy that I have my period right now because nothing is worse. I mean, yes, having your period, not for all women, but for a lot of women, me included, it fucking hurts. It hurts. Again, the convulsing, the spasming of my just, my midsection. Like I'm sore. I usually describe it as being bruised. Like I feel like a bruised peach in my like mid torso area. It's just very not delicate. What's the word? Not sensitive. But you know when you have like a bruise on your arm, a black and blue, or on your leg or whatever, and you touch it and it hurts, it's sore, like that's how I feel. Like I feel black and blue bruised on the inside. And it sucks. It totally sucks. But it does not suck as much as the week or the days leading up to when you get your period. Because at least when you have your period, like, phew, I got it. Life can like move on now. The estrogen starts flowing again. I know that like week 2. So if the first day of your period is like day 1 of like it's supposed to be a 28-day cycle. If you are a healthy by the textbook woman, it's on average, we have a 28-day cycle. So day 1 is the day that you get your period. And day 7 through 14, that's week 2, that's going to be like Superwoman week. You're going to look your best. You're going to feel your best. Your brain is charged up. You have all the energy. You want to exercise in the morning, then you're going to exercise in the evening. You're horny. You look good. You feel great. But in order to get there, you got to get through your period. Week 4, the week leading into your period, you are just going down, 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 down in the energy scale. Every day, you just get a little bit more depleted and a little bit more over it and a little bit more, I call it wilted, because I feel like I'm just like a wilted flower I just catch myself sometimes of like I'm supposed to be like I'm standing up, but I just catch myself just like totally just like slumped over like the counter, like using the stool or the chair to like actually hold me up. Like, it's not a conscious decision to, like, to grip onto something to, like, stay standing, but I'm just, like, I'm literally, like, I literally wilt. And it's a really shitty feeling, especially in today's modern society where, like, I'm trying to get stuff done. I'm trying to be efficient. I'm trying to launch the cha cha beat. I'm trying to be creative. I'm trying to, exercise, and I'm a waitress part-time now. Those tchotchkes that know, who have tuned in here before, you know that I was working corporate for the last 20 years. I got laid off at the end of 2024 and decided, like, not going back, not doing that. When I did work corporate, and obviously since COVID, but since COVID, I have actually worked from home, which was like a super like taboo thing to do, like, prior to COVID. Like, they really didn't want you working from home. And then once COVID happened, it was like, oh, well, you can do this from home. It was like, duh, I know I can work from home. I've been asking to work from home for the last 10 years. But anyway, that's another story. When I did have my period during those times when I had to go into the office, I remember just being like, first of all, like, forget like actual work getting done, right? Like, I am just zombie zone, just there in physically there, but like, again, I'm wilted. I have nothing to offer. I have nothing to give, including any fucks about what's going on in the office, on my projects, in the meetings. I don't care. I don't feel good. I'm completely depleted. I'm just waiting until I can go home. And on a couple occasions, every so often, it would be so bad that I would actually go into every modern office for the most every modern office for the most part, because, women work now and maternity leave is only so long. Offices will have like a mother, like, nursing rooms where new moms can go in. It's a private room, no windows, and they can pump so that they can get like the breast milk and, put it in the fridge or whatever to bring it home for like the nanny to give to their child. But anyway, I saw this, okay, this is a women's health room, and I would go into that room and, no windows. Once I'm in the room, no one knows where I am, and I would just like take a nap and not feel guilty about it because, like, I'm a woman and my body hurts. Like, I promise you, corporate leaders, when I feel better in about like 5 to 7 days, I promise you I'm gonna like kick ass on that project, and you're gonna be so happy that it's me that you have on the job, because I am like really good at what I do. I was really good at my job. So good, in fact, that I could do it fast enough that I didn't need the whole week before to prepare for the assignment. I would just get it all done in the next week. I would just kick the can down the curb because I really was not functioning. I was there, but not really there. And I'm so lucky and grateful that the life I have now, I don't need to go to an office anymore and pretend that I'm okay. I am not okay. It hurts, tchotchkes. Where are my lady tchotchkes at? Lady tchotchkes, let me know in the comments. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you just have 1 week out of the month where you're just like, nope, I got nothing to give, and no one better ask me for anything because I'm wiped out. That's not true. I'm not totally no one ask me for anything. I'm still alive. I'm still a woman. I don't have children. That's a whole other topic that we will get to, tchotchkes. I am 41. I'm child free. It's a decision. It's not that I couldn't have children. I mean, maybe I couldn't have children. I don't know. I've never actually tried to have a child. I've never tried to get pregnant. I never have been pregnant. So there's that. Um, but, I still have like a house that I need to upkeep. Did some vacuuming today. I went to the grocery store again, total like zombiness. Like, I probably should not have been driving, should not have been operating heavy machinery, but I made it back alive. No one got hurt. My car is okay. I did roll over a curb at one point, but it's okay. It's okay. We made it. I went to the grocery store and got supplies because I am craving a sweet treat. So I made some lemon bars for myself. Well, actually, they're for me and for Justin. I will share my lemon bars with him, mostly because I can't eat this whole. It's too much for one person. If I only made a little bit, no, he's not going to have any lemon bars because I don't want to eat them all. But anyway, I made so many lemon bars that there's enough. There's probably enough for you too, tchotchkes. If you want to come on over, I'll give you a lemon bar. And I vacuumed, so it's nice and clean, so you can sit on the couch whilst you eat it. And maybe while you're sitting on that couch, I will sit with you and we will watch some So You Think You Can Dance, because that's really all I want to do is sit on the couch and veg right now. Just veg. Tchotchkes, let me know in the comments. Do you know what that is from? We can be broccoli tonight. It's Pretty Woman. It's from Pretty Woman. It's my favorite movie. I love that movie. I learned a lot of life lessons from Pretty Woman, and well, we'll do a whole other video on that one day. I'll rewatch it and really pay attention to in See, this is what I'm saying. I can't even think right now. I'm just oh. And I've been talking for probably 15 minutes, and my body is okay, Chotch, that's enough. That's enough. You did enough where I can say, check, I did it. I was here. We connected. But really, I just want to draw inward. I just want to go inward and just it's well, I'm literally shedding a layer, right? I'm shedding a layer of my uterine lining. Ooh. Shedding a layer. And well, what else? I guess a snake sheds a layer, but I was thinking more a cocoon, a butterfly. I just want to go into my little cocoon so that in week 2 I can come out and flap my wings and we can, soar to new heights together. It's going to be fabulous and I'm going to look so symmetrical. You're going to be wow, she really does. No, you probably won't even notice. It's all subconscious, subliminal changes that are happening that only our deep, deep, deep animal brains catch on to. It's science. Look it up. I am not a book report. If you are coming here, tchotchkes, for an actual how-to podcast, or I am an expert in this, let me teach you about this, or you're expecting me to do all this research beforehand to teach you about something, that's not what the Cha-Cha Beat is. That's not what we are. We're just hanging out. We're just talking about the issues that matter to us each day as just regular people. Just regular people. I am just a regular woman who, just like any other woman, spends 9.863 years worth of my life in my follicular. See, this is how little women actually know about the cycling of their body. Do you even follicular? That's it. Follicular versus what's the other one? The luteal phase. Follicular and the luteal phase. I think there's only 2 phases. You've got the first half is the follicular, which is when you get your period, and then up until ovulation, and then after ovulation we've got the luteal phase, and that's not a huge fan, really. I feel I basically just drag for the last 2 weeks of every cycle, which is a crazy concept to really think about, because that's just so much of my life is spent waiting to get my period over with so that I can have that really that 1 week, that week 2, because the week 1 is when I actually have my period, when this is not about me, when we as women have our periods in week 1. So you still feel like shit in week 1, and then you got week 2 when you feel really great, and then week 3 and week 4 you're just ooh, you just feel worse and worse every day. And so I don't know, what's the point? The point is that we need to talk about this stuff, because no one's talking about it, and everyone's acting as if this isn't happening. Everyone is just acting as if women are just the same every single day, that we're not going through like huge, like I'm a totally different person than I was 2 weeks ago and from who I will be 2 weeks from now. Like, no one acknowledges the hormonal like roller coasters, or it's not even a roller coaster because it's just a wheel that we're going cycle that we're going around and around and around, and I'm dizzy, tchotchkes. I'm dizzy with like how ridiculous it is that no one, like, so much so that like it actually, I mean, now I'm like 10, 15, 20, who knows how many minutes in, where like I don't feel weird talking about it anymore, but like so much so that like we're kind of like trained to think that it's like yucky or taboo or TMI to like talk about something that literally is, at this point, well, I can't say that's a quarter of my life because like I haven't lived all of that decade worth. But like, so it is actually a quarter of my life because it's like 1 week out of every month. A quarter of every month I have my period, and the other days I don't really feel good anyway because the hormones are all wackadoodle, and like I hormones are like, we are going to, speaking of like the cycle and circling around, we are going to circle around this topic. I have a feeling a lot because I'm just like fascinated on how much it actually changes, on how little we pay attention to it. Like, women are just shoving birth control pills down their throat as if like it's nothing. And like, these are like really powerful like hormones and pills that we're taking that are affecting everything from like our physicality to our mood to our productivity to how our body looks to how our voice sounds. Like, technically, scientifically, my voice is actually like a few decimeters, decibels, whatever the term is, lower. Like, I have a lower voice today than I will in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, my voice is just going to be like a slightly higher voice. I don't know if it's actually going to be detectable. I don't know if you'll be able to tell or I'll be able to tell, but like, if we like measured the like pitch of my voice, it changes over, like, everything changes. And we pretty much as a society, just as if it doesn't, as if it none of this is happening, like, right, literally, like, under our noses, under our skin, we just like ignore hormones. And well, I'm not going to ignore hormones, not anymore, tchotchkes. The cha-cha beat is here, and we are talking about all the stuff that they don't want us talking about. I don't know if they don't want us talking about it. I don't even know who they are. I don't know. I don't know anything. All I know is that that's all we have time for today, tchotchkes. I want to go lie down. I'm going to go, my lemon bars, they're still cooling. I'm going to go smell them. It smells so good. I love lemon desserts. Thank you so much for being here. Love hearing from you. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode. If you think it's TMI, if you got like a little squeamish, if you think that I'm like crazy for admitting to the world right now that I have my period, if you like can't even look at me because you think that I'm disgusting because I have my period. If you are a woman who also has her period and you're going, like, your insides are just convulsing, share some camaraderie in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know where you're at. Where are you at, tchotchkes? Where are you tuning in from? Would love to hear from you. Also, if you liked this video, make sure that you like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a beat. And until next time, tchotchkes, please keep calm and cha-cha on.
Cha cha cha.